Hi, this is Noel T. Manning II on the phone with Mr. Jay Forry. Jay is the nation's only blind movie critic, and we talk about movies every week right here on 88.3 WGWG, online, WGWG.org, or you can check out Jay's website at blindsidereviews.com. Jay, how are you, man?
I'm doing just great, like usual.
Good, glad to hear it, man. A lot of stuff going on last weekend. X-Men First Class, great film. Opened up and did quite well at the box office, and I think we're going to see another X-Men film after this. I really do. Jeff Powell and I have talked about this particular film, X-Men First Class, and I really think it's one of those that almost transcends the genre of superhero films. It's pretty dang amazing.
Yeah, they did a great job bringing a new cast. Here's something that surprised me. I don't know if you heard this, that it did not do as good as some of the other X-Men. And honestly, I think the reason is people. I know I was. I'm tired of the number 3, 4, 5, and 6, and but this is one give it a chance, you know. But normally I wasn't looking forward to seeing it either. It was actually very good, though.
Yeah, very impressed with it. And matter of fact, Jay, I saw it, and then I immediately saw it again, and I don't do that. So I had a double feature, a double X-Men feature. So there you go. But today we're going to move on and talk about the JJ Abrams and Steven Spielberg project. That, man, I am really pumped about this particular film. Super 8's what we're talking about today, Jay.
Yeah, exactly. This film takes place in, the setting is in 1979, and a group of middle school kids are out filming a zombie movie just for the fun of it, and they're out by a train track, and as they're filming it, the train goes by and it derails. And of course, I can't see this, no, but they say the way J.J. Abrams films the derailing is absolutely fantastic. As the train wrecks, I'm only hearing it, but you hear, not everything happens, boom, and stops. You hear, after you think it stops, you hear a car tip over. The way he filmed it was just fantastic, and it's something when you see it, you have to let me know how that one shot, you know, look. But I hear it's great. Anyway, after the train crash, a survivor tells them, "Get out of here before you get killed," or like, so they run off. And now in this small town of Ohio, things start happening, weird things, people disappearing, things flying around, different weird kind of stuff. And I'm not going to go any farther because I hear the reason why this film is you're not hearing much more about it, because J.J. Abrams wanted to keep it under wraps, wanted to keep it not knowing what's going on. And it actually, they say it's kind of hurt the film because it has not reached its peak marketing because of that. I compare this kind of like to one of M. Night Shyamalan's, one of his movies, you know, The Sixth Sense and Signs,
right,
where all kinds of, you want to keep it under wraps, you don't want, and you know, I compare it to one of those, and I also compare it a cross between Jaws and E.T.
Good deal.
Well, so that gives you something to really want to see. Think about it, doesn't it, Noel?
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you throw in Spielberg films like that, Jaws and 3D mixed together, that's pretty impressive. So yeah, I'm excited about this. Actually, a couple months ago, somebody said, "What movie are you looking forward to the most this summer?" And I said, it's got to be Super 8, because anytime you put Abrams, you know, this really new, incredible director who's really made a name for himself, and team him up with Spielberg, something good has really got to come out of it. So I'm really excited about this film.
Now, here's my take on it. One thing, I think J.J. Abrams was a little over-ambitious on this film. It's so good. For example, you know, it's a suspense thriller, but there's no, you know, what's the word? Gratuitous blood, no gratuitous violence, sex, anything. It's rated PG-13, so it's not one that's you know, for the mild-hearted. But he plays everything perfect. Some humor by the kids. Everything just comes almost perfect. Like I said, he's a little overambitious, so there's some continuity issues in it. But I really like the kids' acting. He picked some middle school kids, and one of the kids, the only person in here, believe it or not, that's semi-popular is, you may recognize the last name Elle Fanning.
Yes.
Is Dakota Fanning's younger sister, plays a 13-year-old girl in this film. And she does absolutely fantastic. She's every bit as good as her older sister.
Good deal.
and you have probably received
really
this like I did. The BFCA gave this the seal of approval even before you and I even got a chance to see it.
Yeah, they had some early screenings for it, and yeah, it's already got the seal of approval from the BFCA, and when you got that, you know that it's pretty decent from critics across the board. The movie is rated PG-13. We're talking about Super 8 in theaters this weekend. You may want to check this out if you like Spielberg, if you like action, if you like suspense. I think it's got something for you. Jay, what is your rating for this?
I'm going to give this, oh boy, I just saw it last night, B+, A-.
Okay.
Like I said, continuity issues.
Okay.
And some little things I would definitely change. JJ Abrams is like 40 years old, but believe it or not, he's still a young director.
Exactly.
He's only been doing this a couple of years. You
Yeah,
know?
well, yeah, to this extent, yeah, absolutely. Now he goes back on TV for a good decade or so.
Right.
Going back to Felicity, and then Alias is when I really first got a glimpse of what he was capable of, and then we saw him just a few years ago with the reboot of Star Trek, and just amazing director. And we've seen his work on TV with Fringe and with Lost, and I mean the guy's got a future. I'm just really impressed with him.
Well, here's the thing too, that could good or bad. He also writes this one.
Okay.
So he almost doesn't have anybody to back him up. He writes and directs it.
Yeah, and produces
You're
it.
the
Yeah.
writer, and then the director can find the faults or vice versa.
Gotcha.
So here now he's covering both bases. So,
Okay. All right. Well,
but still a good film. Check this out. Once again, you didn't hear much about it. It is very well worth seeing. Great '70s music, Noel, for you and I.
Sweet. I'm excited, man. You had me at music. Jay's website is blindsidereviews.com, and his review system is based on a report card. And this week, my kids finally got out of school for the summer, so they got their final report card. They did quite well. You gave this kind of an A-, B+, and let's hear that grading scale, Jay, if we can.
Yep, for what Noel's kids got A's.
Yes.
A is for so good blind people like it. B, I'm glad I could hear it. C, I'm glad I couldn't see it. D, I had one eye open, if I have that correctly there. And whatever Noel got in school, F, blindness is a blessing.
All right, Jay. Till next time, Noel Manning for Blindside Movie Reviews and for Jay Forry on 88.3 The Range. That is a wrap.